line, duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. Then she try and link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I heard it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can place it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And that one will bounce out of the back of the... end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First down, Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7. Buccaneers.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got some space here. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they're...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
The kick is...
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Jadon Mickens on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Chuck Clark.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Ravens 30-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 30 yards. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Raven first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Ravens.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Gain on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. Watch the deep read now. 58, the money. 3 bucks.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Marlon Humphrey.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Brady to throw again. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Check. Lucky. Watch the
Again, it's Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
48.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs, but Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for.
But it'll be second down.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished now.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And his kick is right through.
The score, Ravens 28, Buccaneers 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
Brady's pass.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, CD, unfortunately, some somber news across the league in Week 2 coming from New England Patriots running back James White because his parents were in a car crash and his father Tyrone, captain of the Miami-Dade Police Department, passed away in that accident, and his mother Lisa also sustained critical injuries. So it was obviously a tough one. James White did not play in the game on Sunday, but we did see the outpouring of support from around the National Football League and how this really is one big family.
Yeah, he was really embraced, as you mentioned, by the National Football League. We saw social posts from plenty of players around the league, including Tom Brady.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Will set up.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And a Raven first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Woo! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 62 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Watch the twist. Show it up. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll go again to Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Jones.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
49-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
24-yard line.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete.
Brady's pass.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker.
On down.
Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 39, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard
From midfield, here's Brady. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown. Fifth.
Charles.